It's just been a year since ChatGPT first came out, which has just been astounding. This is clearly the age of copilots. And of course, we're just getting started. Our end-to-end copilot stack for every organization spans the infrastructure, the foundation models, data, tool chains, and of course, the copilot itself. And today, I'll highlight 5 key themes across everything we're showing you this week. So let's dive right in. It starts with AI infrastructure layer and our approach to Azure as the world's computer. We work closely with our partners across the industry to incorporate the best innovation from power to the data center to the rack to the network to the core compute, as well as the AI accelerators. And in this new age of AI, we are redefining everything across the fleet and the data center. Let's talk about the network that connects our data centers. It's one of the most advanced and extensive in the world already, and to meet the demands of AI and the future workloads, we're driving up the speeds. Our breakthrough hollow core fiber technology is delivering a 47% improvement in speed because photons are able to travel through these microscopic air capillaries instead of through solid glass fiber. This is really cutting-edge technology. In fact, we are manufacturing this fiber ourselves in the world's only dedicated factory for core fiber production. Our first deployment, in fact, is already live, connecting our data centers in the United Kingdom. We're very excited about this. And now, let's just step right into the data center. Today, I'm excited to announce the general availability of Azure Boost. It's fantastic to see this new system that offloads server virtualization processes onto purpose-built software and hardware. This enables massive improvements in networking, remote storage, and local storage throughput, making Azure the best cloud for high-performance workloads while strengthening security as well. Now, let's go inside our servers. We're tapping into the innovation across the industry, including from our partners AMD and Intel, and making that available to you. In fact, Intel's putting their own SAP instances on these machines, and it's great to see. You know, as a hyperscaler, we see workloads, we learn from them, and then get this opportunity as a systems company to optimize the entirety of the stack, from the energy draw to the silicon to maximizing performance and efficiency. And it's really thanks to this feedback cycle that I'm thrilled to introduce our very first custom in-house CPU series, Azure Cobalt, starting with Cobalt 100. Cobalt is the first CPU designed by us specifically for the Microsoft Cloud. And this 64-bit, 128-core ARM-based chip is the fastest of any cloud provider. And it's already powering parts of Microsoft Teams, Azure Communication Services, as well as Azure SQL as we speak. And next year, we will make this available to customers. And when it comes to AI accelerators, it starts with our very deep partnership with Nvidia. We have built the most powerful AI supercomputing infrastructure in the cloud using Nvidia GPUs. And OpenAI has used this infrastructure to deliver the leading LLMs as we speak. In fact, in the latest top 500 list of world supercomputers, Azure was the most powerful supercomputer in the public cloud and third all up. That made news. What didn't make news is we didn't submit the entirety of our supercomputer. We submitted only a fraction of our supercomputer. So I'm thrilled to be number 3. And today, we are even going further. We're adding NVIDIA's latest GPU AI accelerator, H200, to our fleet to support even larger model inferencing with the same latency. We are also introducing the first preview of Azure Confidential GPU VMs. You can run your AI models on sensitive data sets on our cloud. We co-designed this with Nvidia. Running on this confidential GPU VM, you can enrich, for example, your prompt with very query-specific knowledge from proprietary databases, document archives, while keeping the entirety of the process protected end-to-end. Now let's talk about AMD. I'm excited to announce that AMD's flagship MI300X AI accelerator is coming to Azure to give us even more choice for AI-optimized VMs. With 192 gigabytes of high bandwidth memory and 5.2 terabytes per second of bandwidth, the MI300X offers industry-leading memory speed and capacity. Again, this means we can serve large models faster using fewer GPUs. We've already got GPT-4 up and running on MI300X, and we're not stopping there. Today, we're announcing our first fully custom in-house AI accelerator, Azure Maya. Starting with Maya 100, designed to running cloud AI workloads like LLM training and inference. This chip is manufactured on a 5-nanometer process, has 105 billion transistors, making it one of the largest chips that can be made with current technology. And it goes beyond the chip, though. We have designed Maya 100 as an end-to-end rack for AI, as you can see right here. AI power demands require infrastructure that is dramatically different from other clouds. The compute workloads require a lot more cooling as well as networking density. And we have designed the cooling unit, known as the Sidekick, to match the thermal profile of the chip and added rack-level closed-loop liquid cooling for higher efficiency. This architecture allows us to take this rack and put it into existing data center infrastructure and facilities rather than building new ones. With Maya, we are combining the state-of-the-art silicon packaging techniques, ultra-high bandwidth networking design, modern cooling, power management, algorithmic co-design of both the hardware and the software. This silicon diversity is what allows us to power the world's most powerful foundation models. Now let's go to the next layer of the stack, the foundation models. And it starts with our deep partnership with OpenAI. And we are bringing the very latest of GPT-4, including GPT-4 Turbo with Vision, to Azure OpenAI service. Also soon, you'll be able to connect GPT-4 Turbo with Vision to Azure AI Vision, allowing you to prompt with video images and text. In fact, our customer WPP is already using this today with one of their largest clients. Take a look at the video behind me. Pretty amazing to see video prompts as inputs and with summaries coming out on the other end. And today, we are taking one more big step in support of open source models. We are adding a new models as a service offering in Azure. We're excited to be partnering with Meta on this. It starts with Llama 2 as a service. You can fine-tune Llama 2 with your data to help the model understand your domain better and generate more accurate predictions. Now, when we talk about open source, there's one more very exciting thing that's happening in this space, and that is SLMs. Microsoft loves SLMs. In fact, one of the best is Phi, a model that is built by Microsoft Research on highly specialized data sets, which can rival models that are even 50 times bigger. In fact, Phi 1.5 has only 1.3 billion parameters, but nonetheless, it demonstrates state-of-the-art performance against benchmarks testing things like common sense, language understanding, and logical reasoning. And today, I am thrilled to announce Phi 2. It's a scaled-up version of Phi 1.5 that shows even better capabilities across all of these benchmarks. In fact, it's 50% better at mathematical reasoning. And Phi 2 is open source and will be coming to our catalog as well as models as service. With Azure AI Studio, we offer the full lifecycle toolchain for you to be able to build, customize, train, evaluate, and deploy the latest next-generation models. so that you can integrate these models right into your applications, right? When you combine the power of the cloud and the edge, it unlocks super compelling scenarios. Let's say you want to build an NPC helper for a game. You can start with an SLM like Phi or as your target model in Windows. We then help you compose solutions to steer your game to do what it needs, like the retrieval augmented generation templates to apply on your data set to answer questions about quests. This can all happen locally on your Windows machine. The NPC can guide players with their quests or even generate complete new storylines based on prompts from players. And of course, we're not stopping there. Earlier, I mentioned our partnership with Nvidia. Today, we are expanding our partnership by bringing Nvidia's generative AI foundry service to Azure. To share more, I would like to invite up on stage the Nvidia founder, president, and CEO, Jensen Huang, to join me. Jensen, thank you so much for being here. Of course, we wouldn't have been able to train the OpenAI models or make all this progress over the last few years without the unbelievable systems work we've done. But today, we're even going a step beyond, bringing, in fact, all of the software innovation that you're doing. Do you want to share a little bit about what you are doing on the software side on Azure?
I would love to. First of all, AI and accelerated computing is a full stack challenge, and it's a data center scale challenge, from computing to networking, from chips to APIs. Everything has been transformed as a result of generative AI. Now, over the last 12 months, our two teams have been accelerating everything we could. Now, one of the initiatives, of course, is accelerated computing, offloading general purpose computing, accelerating all the software we can, because it improves energy efficiency, reduces carbon footprint, reduces cost for our customers, improves their performance, so on and so forth. We built the world's fastest AI supercomputer together.
Yep.
It usually takes a couple of 2-3 years to plan one, easily a year to stand one up. Our two teams built two of them, twins, one in your house, one in my house. We did it, and we stood it up in just a few months. It is now the fastest AI supercomputer in the world. And it seemingly, without barely even trying, it's the third fastest supercomputer on the planet. It's really quite amazing. We worked on all kinds of computing breakthroughs. Confidential computing, of course, a very big deal, an invention between our two companies, all the way to deploying large language models from the cloud to the PC.
Yeah.
And this is such a great idea, such a great vision, and you really deserve so much credit for transforming Microsoft's entire culture to be so much more collaborative and partner-oriented. That NVIDIA's platforms, and you invited NVIDIA's ecosystem, all of our software stacks to be hosted on Azure. Today, we're announcing the two largest software stacks of our company, NVIDIA Omniverse, which is a stack originally on-prem on large computers, now available on Azure Cloud. The second is a brand new thing that we're announcing, and you just mentioned it. We are offering an AI foundry service. Generative AI has opened up the opportunity for every enterprise in the world to engage artificial intelligence. For the very first time, it is now useful, versatile, quite frankly, easy to use.
Yep.
And companies all over the world will use it in multiple ways, but here's three basic ways. One, of course, public cloud services like ChatGPT. Second, embedded into applications like Windows, augmented by Microsoft Copilots. And if you think that NVIDIA is moving fast now, we are going to be turbocharged by Copilot. And then third, of course, customers want to build their own AIs, using their own data, create their own proprietary large language models, and create their own RAGs. And so today, leveraging what NVIDIA's core assets are, our AI expertise, our AI end-to-end workflow, NVIDIA AI Enterprise, and our AI factories, which is now available on Azure called DGX Cloud, we are going to help customers build their own custom large language models. We're going to do for people who want to build their own proprietary large language models what TSMC does for us.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Right? And so we'll be a foundry for AI models.
Yeah, I love that metaphor of TSMC for AI model development. Talking about this arc of AI, Jensen, of course, you've been at the core of this long before it became fashionable to talk about it. You were talking about it. What's your arc here of AI innovation going forward?
Well, generative AI is the single most significant platform transition in computing history. You and I both have been in the computer industry a long time. In the last 40 years, nothing has been this big. It's bigger than PC, it's bigger than mobile, it's going to be bigger than internet, and surely by far. This is also the largest TAM expansion of the computer industry in history. There's a whole new type of data center that's now available. Unlike the data centers of the past, this data center is dedicated to one job and one job only: running AI models and generating intelligence. It's an AI factory. The second TAM expansion is where our industry has focused on building tools of the past. Now you have co-pilots that use the tools. So in hardware, there's a brand new segment, AI factories. In software, there's a brand new segment, co-pilots.
Co-pilots, yeah.
The third wave is the wave that I think is going to be the largest wave of all. And the reason for that is because the vast majority of the world's industries run on it, which is heavy industries. And this is where NVIDIA's Omniverse and generative AI is going to come together to help heavy industries digitalize and benefit from generative AI. All of that richness amplifies NVIDIA's ecosystem. And so I think this partnership is really quite unique. We're incredibly proud of the partnership and incredibly proud of the work that we do together. And so
Thank you so much, Jensen. I really deeply appreciate everything that you and your team have been doing. As you said, the last 12 months have been unlike anything I've seen in my professional career. Thank you so much for your deep partnership. Thank you. Jensen Huang. Let's move up the stack and talk about how we are reimagining all of the core applications in this era of AI. When we think about teams, it's important to ground ourselves. That presence is, in fact, that ultimate killer application. And that's what motivates us to even bring the power of mesh to teams, reimagining the way employees come together and connect using any device, whether it's their PC, HoloLens, or MetaQuest. I'm excited to share that Mesh will be generally available in January. Using avatars, you can express yourself with confidence, whether you're joining a 2D Teams meeting or a 3D immersive space. With immersive spaces, you can connect in new ways and bring discussions all into one place. With spatial audio, for example, you can experience directionality and proximity, just like in the physical world. And with your own custom spaces, you can create a place tailored for your specific needs, like an employee event, training, guided tours, or even internal or external product showcases. Using our no-code editor or the Mesh toolkit, we are looking to see how Mesh in Teams helps your employees connect in new and very meaningful ways. Now, let's move up to the very top of the stack, which is the Microsoft Copilot. Our vision is pretty straightforward. We are the Copilot company. We believe in a future where there will be a Copilot for everyone and everything you do. To shop, to code, to analyze, to learn, to create. It starts with search. Search, as we know of it, is changing, and we are all in. Bing Chat is now Copilot. It's a standalone destination, and it works wherever you are, on Microsoft Edge, on Google Chrome, on Safari, as well as mobile apps coming soon to you. Our enterprise version, which adds commercial data protection, is also now Copilot. You simply log in with your Microsoft Entra ID to access it. And just 2 weeks ago, we announced the general availability of Copilot for Microsoft 365. It can reason across the entirety of the Microsoft graph. That means all the information in your emails, calendar, meetings, chats, documents, and answer and complete tasks. It integrates Copilot into your favorite applications, whether it's Teams, Outlook, Excel, and more. When it comes to extending Copilot, we support plugins today. And we are also very excited about what OpenAI announced last week with GPTs. GPTs are a new way for anyone to create a tailored version of ChatGPT that's more helpful for very specific tasks at work or at home. No two business processes, no two companies are going to be the same. And that's why today we're announcing Copilot Studio. With Copilot Studio, you can build custom GPTs, create new plugins, orchestrate workflows, monitor, in fact, your Copilot performance, manage your customizations, and much, much more. It comes with a bunch of pre-built plugins to incorporate your own business data, as well as from applications such as SAP, Workday, ServiceNow. It can connect to databases, custom backends, legacy systems that may even be on-premise. All of this allows you to extend Copilot with capabilities unique to your organization and the systems you use every day. For example, you can have Copilot help with expense management, HR onboarding. In fact, we're already using this pattern to extend Copilot across every role and function. For developers, GitHub Copilot is turning natural language into programming language, helping them code 55 times faster. For sellers, Copilot is right there helping you close more deals, whether you're responding in email or in a Teams meeting. You can enrich that customer interaction by grounding the Copilot with your CRM data, whether it's in Salesforce or Dynamics 365. These are just a few of the 100+ announcements we'll make during the conference. But I want to close out by talking about the arc of innovation going forward in two critical areas: AI and mixed reality, and AI and quantum. AI is not just about natural language as an input. Of course, it starts with language, but it goes beyond that to see, to hear, to interpret, and make sense of our intent and the world around us. I want to show you a glimpse of what's possible when the real world becomes your prompt and interface. That's what happens when you bring mixed reality and AI together. Pay attention to how not just your voice, but your gestures, even where you look, becomes a new input. And this stuff is real today. In fact, it's being deployed in preview with Siemens Energy, Chevron, Novo Nordisk, and I think that this is going to be even more powerful in the years to come. The other area I want to talk about is the convergence of quantum computing and AI. Key to scientific discovery today is complex simulation of phenomena like whether it's chemistry, biology, physics on high-performance computing today. And that's what we're doing with Azure Quantum Elements. In fact, we've built a new model architecture called Graphformers for this very purpose. Just like large models can generate text, you will be able to generate entirely new chemical compounds. Just imagine if you can compress 250 years of progress in chemistry and material science into the next 25 years. That's truly using the power of AI to change the pace of science. In this example, I'm just using a Python notebook. Think about it, just a Python notebook with quantum elements to discover a new coolant. A process that would have taken 3 years if we just used traditional computational techniques, but it probably takes 9 hours now. I can reason over these results with a Copilot, narrow them down, find the most promising candidates. Using quantum elements, any scientist can design novel new molecules with unique properties for developing more sustainable chemicals, drugs, advanced materials, or batteries. And this is just the very beginning. In parallel, we're also making progress on quantum computing, because quantum will ultimately be the real breakthrough for speeding up all these simulations. At the end of the day, though, all of this innovation will only be useful if it's empowering all of us in our careers, in our communities, in our countries. That's our mission. We want to empower every person and every organization across every role and business function with a Copilot. Just imagine if 8 billion people always had access to a personalized tutor, a doctor that provided them medical guidance, a mentor that gave advice for anything they need. I believe all that's within reach. It's about making that impossible possible Thank you all so very much. Enjoy the rest of Ignite. Let's roll the video.